good in the web? This is your boy Q, back again with some of that geek news. And if you're a fan of anime, video games, entertainment, comics, basically all of the above, then make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to stay up to date on all things geek. Now, the first topic I want to discuss is something that, I heard the rumblings and the speculation about, but didn't really know if it was really going to come true because Nintendo, since the Wii U days, has still had problems with these third-party companies. And the success or the amount of success that Fortnite has gathered right now, whether you hate it or you love it, you can't deny that the game is popular. It's almost hitting that Halo status where it's starting to make other games start to do what they're doing, i.e. the whole Battle Royale. And what's even crazier is E3 or the Nintendo Direct isn't even here yet. And here we have AAA title leaks, cracks, and just downright rumors which are coming true. One of the updates for the Nintendo eShop included a reference to Fortnite. Well, that further fuels the fire of which we pretty much already knew and speculated. Fortnite is coming to the Nintendo Switch. And this is a big deal. Not only does the game look like it fits in with the brand of type of games that Nintendo already has with its colors and its slapstick comedy, almost Looney Tune types comedy, but Nintendo, if you remember, at the Nintendo 64 roots, was all about Battle Royale, 4-on-4 PvP, and online play. Well, minus the online play until now. Sources said way back in April that the game will be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and a leaked schedule of everything that was supposed to be revealed by Nintendo seemed to verify, well, that all the rumors were true. And with this new update and some digging by a few master, Fortnite and Dragon Ball Z Fighter are two of the headline games that seems like they're going to not only be true, but be able to be demoed and played as soon as E3. The most exciting part, other than a top-tier AAA title coming to the Nintendo Switch, is probably the fact that the game is free 99. Did you hear me? Free 99. That means no cash, no dinero, no yen, no moolah for you. The only thing you need is a Nintendo Switch, some friends to play, and, well, come on, Nintendo, a valid online service. With all the negative press that Square Enix has been getting lately, from delayed games, Star Ocean 6, Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 7 the remake, it's finally good to see that they're moving in the right direction, at least when it comes to Nintendo. Speaking to Game Informer, Tamiya Osano, who is probably best known as the series producer for the Bravely Default games, revealed that Octopath Traveler team now has become its own division, well, at least since April, and will be solely focusing on the Nintendo Switch. But this, honestly, is really a no-brainer. I mean, Project Octopath Traveler has already succeeded in over 1.3 million downloads. I mean, I put in at least 10 hours plus with the online, with the game, and went back and replayed as both characters and then hooked both characters, Primrose, and what was the big guy's name? When asked if Square Enix's future on the platform is contingent upon the success of Octopath Traveler, Asano said, well, there are several other titles that we are currently working on for the Nintendo Switch. He said, if you could just wait a bit longer. We'll work out everything with Nintendo and let them announce things for the future. See, now, my only fear for this is, let's not just give a whole bunch of Final Fantasy 15 pocket games or a whole bunch of Octopath Travelers. We on the Nintendo Switch not only want the games that are Project Octopath Traveler, the Lost Odysseys, but we also want the big titles too. We want to get Final Fantasy 7 remastered, and we want to get Kingdom Hearts 3. We want to get Star Ocean 6. And as a matter of fact, it sounds like we're doing a whole lot of waiting. I hope that our patience is going to be greatly rewarded, especially for Nintendo fans, because Sony has been milking Square Enix for the last almost 2 decades, since the last Final Fantasy or major title or like major Square Enix title that was on Nintendo was what? Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, and that doesn't really count. So I'll probably say Final Fantasy VI in 1995. I told you. I've been saying it since everybody was going crazy about whether or not if Dragon Ball Super was ending and there was going to be no more Dragon Ball at all. Well, hold on. Let me reiterate this. You're right. There is no more Dragon Ball Super, but Dragon Ball in a whole as a franchise, which has been going on for over 30 years since 1984, you know, with the success of Dragon Ball Super and the movie coming out in December, that they were going to milk as much as they can. On July 1st, Dragon Ball Heroes is going to finally make its debut. Dragon Ball Heroes dropped way back in 2010 and was just a TCG, a trading card game, but eventually made its way to manga and then kind of blew up. The story of Dragon Ball Heroes is going to take place in the eyes of Beat, who's going to be like a young preteen looking Saiyan dude. Well, he is a Saiyan. And also the young female protagonist named Note, who's also a Saiyan. Dragon Ball just ain't Dragon Ball no more if you don't have a healthy dose of Goku and Vegeta. The story of Dragon Ball Heroes is going to follow future Trunks and Mai as they come back to the past after the events of Dragon Ball Super's Universe Survival arc. So basically, Trunks comes back to train alongside Goku and his father Vegeta. But Goku and Vegeta are pulled into this Dragon Ball Super timeline that leads them into the eventual fight between Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Goku. And a Super Saiyan Goku 4 named Zeno. Now, I know everybody's probably already seen the pictures by now, and I'm like, wow. This is the first time that we've actually seen a Goku from another dimension that's not legitimately Goku. I mean, they did that with the Goku Black arc, and that was really cool. Actually, that's still like the most popular out of all of the arcs within Dragon Ball Super, and then probably the one with Jiren. But seeing a Goku that's Goku and not really Goku, and he's got this whole Super Saiyan 4 GT look, I'm just hoping that they don't delve into the whole GT stuff, even though I would like to see more of Pan, and I know that the future Mai is with the future Trunks, but that doesn't mean that the future Trunks, our present day Trunks, has to be with our present day Mai. I mean, well, of course they're kids, but she's not interested in him at all. In GT, remember Trunks and Pan was supposed to have this little thing, even though the ages, they didn't really kind of talk about it. But this way, they can make Pan and Trunks actually finally kind of grow up and connect together, because she is a Saiyan. That can be a whole nother story arc right there. If you thought Dragon Ball Super was for fan service and just for the fans, well, Dragon Ball Heroes is going to up the ante. Many of the game's characters of Xenoverse 2, like Fu, is going to be featured inside of the anime, and we're not sure if he's going to be a villain or a hero. Also, who's making a new debut in this anime adaptation is going to be Cooler, Frieza's brother. It's still not specified whether or not he's going to be a villain or if he's going to be some type of anti-hero or his own personal person. Also, other notable characters that's going to be featured and some fan service for all the fans is a Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, a fusion between Super Android 17 with Android 18, and a lot of focus on the Time Patrol, which was something that was heavily focused on Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2, and even a properly integrated storyline for Android 21 of the Dragon Ball Z Fighter story game. What I like is the fact that this actually could be canon. It seems like it's dimensional, or at least we know that from Xeno Goku, and we know that there's some kind of form of mystical Saiyan that looks like he's the boss beast Saiyan. with the Super Saiyan 3 type hair with the eyebrows, but he's all chained up. So we're not really sure where he's going to be or exactly what he's going to do. They haven't really said anything. I have a speculation. Why not bring up Broly? Broly has never been inside of the anime series. He's only had movies. That would be a hell of a thing to do, especially because we already seen Kale do that on the Universe 6. So being able to see our universe in this canon, not the movies, would be something. What if he was Broly? Or what if he was a descendant of this 10,000-year-old ancient Saiyan beast man, and we have to just see him fight against Goku alongside Vegeta and Xeno Goku? For the last story, it's a solo story. It seems like it's taking its first L as far as the movies go, and I've been wondering this for a long time. The moment they announced that they were going to be acquiring Lucasfilms, I was excited because I said, hey, we're going to get Star Wars now a lot longer than what George Lucas himself predicted that he might live. So we might actually finally get to see all 9 of the Star Wars. We get all 3 trilogies. And it seems like that's what we're going to get. However, that seems that it's coming as a downside, because now we're getting a Star Wars every year. And that right there has me worried. Well, it did, and it's starting to come to fruition. It's according to the Wall Street Journal analyst Barton Crockett, Solo is said to lose more than $50 million. However, industry financing sources say that the figure could even be high as $80 million or even more. Although no one knows exactly the terms or the deals for Disney's home entertainment, I really hope that this doesn't stop Lucasfilms and Disney from making more Star Wars movies. However, I do think that they should probably be a little more picky of when they come out. Maybe every other year instead of every year. I mean, Donald Glover was supposed to play Cal Calrissian in his own solo movie, or at least that's what the rumor mill was saying. And then we even talking about getting a Boba Fett movie. So that was supposed to be 1 year and then the next year, which is crazy. Not to mention, the last episode of this Star Wars trilogy is coming out. What is it? Episode 9. So that is a huge overload of Star Wars. But anyway, this has been your boy Q, your friendly neighborhood geek. If you did like this video, make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to stay notified and up to date on not only video games, not only anime, but all things geek.